take it from, yeah. Do I have to write notes anymore, or the show just going to do the notes for me? Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and we are back with Season 2 of Link Click. We, of course, as always, come with a board. We come with notes. That's it. Sorry. My brain is somewhere else today, I apologize. Let's go ahead and start with the board, as we usually do. And I guess for kind of like the first time, we're gonna have a bunch of like blue squares that are characters we haven't visually seen before. Something I do on other boards. First time I've had to do it on a Link Click. I've added, and I apologize because I heard these the other day, haven't heard them today, which is kind of messing me up for saying them for the first time today. Quan, I want to say, Lu Zhao, and Li. And I marked Shenbin as dead. And I will even zoom in to make it more clear. Oh, also this guy, Hawaiian shirt guy. Can't obviously list the name of a person you don't have the name for. But yeah, Quan? I want to say that's how you say his name. Quan. Tai Lumin's dad. Again, I have notes about these characters later in case it seems confusing about why I've done things a certain way, or if I turn out to be wrong about why I've done them. Hopefully we'll explain why I've done them in a certain way. But yeah, no, obviously Hawaiian shirt guy, Quan, Lu Zhao, and Li. And then down here, obviously, Shenbin, his wife. I recognized there was a better picture I could have taken later, but I had already done the work to grab the picture off the phone, so. And then he has a daughter, and I wanted to recognize he has a daughter. She may come into play later. She might be too young to come into play later. Who the hell knows? Still adding her to the board. And that is the current lay of the land. Yeah. Sorry, had a thought for a second. Realized in my moment that the thought went nowhere. Backed off of that thought. And let's go directly from that, though, into the notes. Why wasn't the page about the 7th victim in the file? It's just a minor thing mentioned in the go-over of the Season 1 stuff, but when that scene was playing out, I recall the thing being that the file was out of order, not that the file was missing. Either way, if a file was missing, my previous thought would have gone to Shen being the culprit. Clearly that is no longer the case. So it is an interesting loose thread that I have no immediate ideas about. That is incorrect. Sorry. I'm just realizing that I wrote this first and then never went back to it. It's an interesting loose thread that I have no immediate ideas about is the wrong part. Clearly, I think Quan is a corrupt police officer. So if there's a missing case file, that's my new suspect. That Shen was taking the fall for essentially not knowing that another character existed yet. So, if there's a missing case file, I blame the guy who I think is a corrupt cop. Obviously, I have a note about that later. Again, it's the element that I didn't come back to this note, where I said I had no ideas. I wonder if the strange animation opening of the first episode of the season was a clue. By which I'm talking about the animation style that's over top of our main characters when they're going back over the scene that we had literally just experienced. It almost seemed like people were drawn as outlines and sketches of themselves. Emma even had a question mark and then an X drawn over top of herself. Could be a clue towards Red Eyes. Maybe that's how they see things, or even how they interact with the world. Maybe they have to draw the scene that they want to interact with, rather than using a photo. The opening credits feature a photo of a chalk outline and blood at the bottom of stairs. The person standing on the edge of the bridge morphs from Emma to Zhao, to Lu Min's brother and just loops from there. Lu Min's brother should be Quan. I think, again, writing these out of order and working with past interpretations, I no longer think Quan is Lu Min's brother. So writing it that way is just confusing. So Emma to Zhao to Quan, and just loops from there. There's also the mystery of the kid in the hoodie reaching out for Shang, with the red eyes large and behind them. Just as a note, I had been messing with the playback speed effects during the halfway point of the opening, trying to get as many details as possible. So when the opening starts playing in reverse, I thought I'd done that, and was onto some amazing discovery or something. Just me being an idiot. I'm not sure if the implication is that Red Eyes knows what the person they are inhabiting knows, like what seems to be implied by when Shang occupies a person, because I'm not sure Zhao got the full rundown on how Shang and Lu operate, or just saw it happening for the first time and knows the picture thing. Or if the implication is that Zhao knows Shang well enough to know when he's lying. Like in the Shan Shan episode, when Shan Shan was looking at her love interest, and Shang commented that he knew what the flutter in her chest was. That at Red Eyes would feel some sort of emotional twinge when from Zhao, when Chang lies to her. That there's multiple elements in that scene that could explain why they know that they're lying without them having additional information. Another confusing thing for me, your power is related to photos too, isn't it? Red Eyes says this, then goes on to say that they want to take the power to teleport with pictures, implying that while their power is related to photos, teleporting with photos isn't. It is also implied that they can take a power, maybe like a voodoo thing, draw a person and have power over them. I know I'm leaning back into the drawing element, but the openings of season 1 was very odd in that, what are we seeing here? This new this new animation aspect over top of the characters. What does that mean? And that's where I'm having that difficulty. How the hell was episode 5.5 a bonus episode? Master Siwen has been important to a number of scenes since episode 5.5. If you didn't watch that episode, he'd just be this random guy that keeps getting mentioned and shown. I don't know how I kept going back and forth between who died. When they are shocking Lu Min's body on the table, he has the red lines across his throat from where Red Eyes tried to choke him to death. Rather obvious when not trying to rush my thoughts in the moment. So a lot of notables happened, all in a couple of minutes. First, Lu Min's dad is talking about the metaverse and points across the room to someone named Lee that we don't see. I thought he was pointing at the two guys sitting next to him at first, but they are clearly to his right, and his hand is pointed straight ahead. Regardless, they seem to be the creator of the metaverse, as Lu Min's dad jokes about saving him a share. Second, we are introduced to Quan, who I am confused if they are related or not. Lu Min's dad calls him Mr. Quan, which I would think not related. Then he says if he was half as good as his younger brother, Lu Min's dad would be the proudest dad in the world, which would seem to indicate that he is the father. I don't know. Just left it a green line on the board for now. I mean, there also could be at play that Mr. Kwan's younger brother married somebody in Lu Min's dad's family. But then again, proudest dad in the world wouldn't. I don't know. Again, it's the element, these two conflicting things. Why would you call him Mr. Kwan if he's your son? And you'd be the proudest dad in the world if he was as good as his younger brother, implying that Lu Min is the older brother? I don't know. Third, someone named Lu Zhao is also mentioned as coming back. So, I'm glad I wrote that down because I was looking at the board and that's the pause that I gave when I was looking at the board. Because I keep looking at Lu Zhao and I'm like, Lu Zhao? Who the fuck is that? I remembered every other blue square on the board. And I'm like, I wrote down Lu Zhao. I was like, who the fuck is Lu Zhao? I remember Lee is like, oh, that's the guy you guys pointing at. The daughter, obviously. It's Schuman's daughter he mentions. Okay. Well, thankfully, that's the only note about Lu Zhao. Lu Zhao is coming back, whoever the hell that is. Best guess, Juan's brother. No clue. Well, definitely missed the part where Captain Quan is here to see you was said. Apologies for being thrown by similar names. So that implies Quan is a dirty cop. And I guess his Hawaiian shirt buddy is either one too, or a criminal crony under his employ. So yeah, the quote I'm saying, Captain Quan is here to see you, is what Shen Bin's wife says to him on the phone in the car ride over. So implying that Quan is a dirty cop. So I guess the Quan segments and the Shang segments are not happening concurrently with one another. Obviously, Shen was backing out of the room when they brought out the phone, while Quan is seen with his cohort carrying a box up to a door. I would assume that Quan is doing his thing about retrieving the phone, which is where Shen would come into the picture. But Shen still being at the hospital in the other scene would mean that Quan's must be in the past of that moment. At the start of the episode, the clock showed around 5:50 a.m. Lu turns on Shen's phone at 8:44 p.m., so about 15 hours for Quan's events to take place in. Heck, the phone call on the car ride was at 8:20 p.m. The sun sets in China sometime after 7 p.m., so there's still time for both events to take place. The only confusing bit is for Chen's wife to call him about Quan visiting if Chen hadn't already been contacted by him, unless the call was a cover to let him know something, which I think is what I was saying during the reaction, that this feels like very much cover-coded language. And my last note here, Chen looked surprised in the brief moment his face was visible as he was going over the edge at the top of the building, somewhat reminiscent of Emma when Red-Eye left her, making me think he was being controlled and not an active participant in what he was doing. But yeah, those are my thoughts about last episode. I think we're just introducing a whole new conspiracy web, an Apothecary Diaries level conspiracy centered around Red Eyes and I guess presumably Lu Min's dad. Although I will say the oddity of Lu Min's dad being a core figure in the conspiracy web centered around him and his family when the dude doesn't even get his own name yet. Either way, I say let's go ahead and hop on in and see what we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, Lu Min's dad talking about the Lu Min. Apples. For some reason in my memory it was tomatoes. Probably because all the tomatoes I see in anime.
是前队啊。
Well, they had a second kid on the way.
你这肚子怎么大个的呀？
啊，都8个多月了，是挺明显的。
那不能太累啊，赶紧进屋坐着吧。
Oh, or this before the daughter was born. So I was even way off. I was way off, but still right. About not happening at the same time. I'm gonna have to screenshot that picture because I couldn't make out what those pictures were. My eyesight's not good enough. I'm going to anticipate it. I mean, unless they're visiting somebody else. God, let me take another quick look at the board while we're doing the opening. No, I'm pretty sure that was her. Same face. Clearly, the picture Shen has on his phone would have been like when they first met. Because she definitely looks way younger there in the phone picture. But yeah, I have no idea what the pictures were on the foyer of their apartment. And to Rogue Knight's comment, where they're saying that they love this opening, I'll say I like the animation of the opening. Especially when it goes in rewind like it's doing right now. Again, as per my comment where I thought I screwed up my player. I was like, oh man, somehow I got this to play in perfect reverse. And maybe there's clues here when you play the opening in reverse. I thought I was onto something and I was just being a fucking idiot. I like the animation visuals. I can't say that I love the music any more than the first opening. Then again, the first opening music actually grew on me with time, so who the hell knows? We don't know how old Shen Bin's daughter is to know how far away from 8 months pregnant his girlfriend would be from that moment.
时间过得可真快，陈斌那时刚出警校，现在一晃都快当爸爸了。
可不是嘛，当年刚毕业，冒冒失失的，还多亏前队你照顾，他到现在心里啊，都一直把你当他大哥。
嗨，都是当年的事了。可他这大哥不太称职啊，没能和他一起扛到底。
这有啥？
Is that what Lumen's dad meant, or is this like a completely unrelated thing?
那可比当警察风光多了。你看，这身行头都更帅了。要不是陈斌没这个想法，我还巴不得他继续去跟着你干呢。
他如果愿意，我当然欢迎啊。
哦，对了，陈斌不知道今天几点回来，我给他打个电话。
I mean, it's obviously not about the phone thing like I thought it
案
was.
子很棘手，昨天又是一晚上没回来。
是吗？他现在是不是跟着肖丽？他手上的案子可向来都是特别复杂。
Again, the element that he also has yellow eyes is throwing me constantly.
哎，陈老师，帮我接一下。
Oh, he meant daughter that way. Never mind. I thought he meant his daughter was already
你女儿
born.
这几天闹腾的可厉害了，前队在家等你回来呢。
Oh, so I was just completely right then. Never mind.
有空了就打个盹啊，拜拜。你看看，你看看，又不回来了。我这怀孕8个月，他在家里陪我的时间估计连1个月都不到。
特别理解，我也就是因为这个原因，所以决定下海的。话说，陈斌最近是不是在办关于雀德游戏的案子？
不知道啊，他回家从来不跟我提单位里的事。
That's all gonna be on his phone, of course.
太吓人了，对宝宝影响不好。
我当年教他第一条纪律就是守口如瓶，看来还是始终在贯彻，不错啊。哎，已经知道是女孩了？
哪有呀？现在医生都不可以说的。
Do they not? I thought they did if you asked.
所以不管3七21，就先买了一大堆，说是用信念改变命运。
I mean, just trying to make us feel worse for the fact that we know Chen's about to die.
陈斌当年也跟我提过的。哦，对了，我正好带了箱水果，小马，帮忙搬去厨房。
哎，这么重搬来搬去，那多不好意思呀！你放那让陈斌回来吧。
没事没事。
Yeah, but he only comes back like once a month.
你先去厕所换衣服吧，原来的脏衣服就丢在袋子里。
这袋子下面怎么还有个毛绒玩具啊？
差点忘了，帮你买衣服的时候看到的，实在太可爱了，就没忍住。
See, implying he didn't
没
anticipate
想到
dying
这狗啊
today.
还喜欢收集娃娃。给。
嗨，都是给女儿准备的，你赶紧去换衣服吧。
前队，真不好意思啊，让你白跑一趟。
正好在附近办事，下次来之前先给你们发个消息。你就别送了，赶紧进去休息吧。
I hope the box of tomatoes isn't like an explosive that he's gonna threaten Shen this way.
今天怎么感觉浑身怪怪的？是不是陈斌又背着我偷偷给他女儿买东西了？
老板，刚你的戏演得太逼真了，我真以为你想找那个叫陈斌的把我给踢了呢。
下次再给我听到你大声大嗝，我就把你的喉咙割开。东西拿到了吗？
Don't know what I'm looking at there.
默而一张。
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to.
等老婆生完，我们约个饭呗。
好啊，你手上这个案子那么棘手吗？大概要忙到什么时候？
不好说，我当然希望能尽快结案，千万别错过孩子出生啊。
是啊，那就太遗憾了。没事，我就顺路看
I
望。
feel like there's gonna be an explosion in the background.
好。
That was the perfect framing for an explosion
怎么样？
background scene. I keep getting afraid they're gonna fucking kill this wife and daughter thing.
动手吧。
医生说，人是很难将自己勒死的，在窒息前会因为缺氧。
Okay, the hoodie kid from the
刘
opening.
民在短时间内就将自己颈部的环状软骨勒至错位，最后也没能救回来。
但那个警察为什么会搞错呢？
我在车上还特地问你情况都了解了没，你点点头，我以为他们跟你交代了
I
实情
don't
啊。
recall
哎呦，陈
Shen
警
Bin's
官
eyes
以后咱
changing
聊天能
color
打开
when he
天窗说
backed
亮
away
话
from everybody when they pull out the
我换句
phone.
话聊，属实误不到。
程小石，我已经知道了一切，是我亲手捅伤了陆光。
你没来之前，我们已经
I mean, obviously now I'm gonna be staring at his fucking eyes the
犯人
entire
如果是
scene.
拥有远程操控他人的能力，那不光乔玲捅伤陆光，刘民这离奇的自杀也有可能是他干的。但最令人头痛的是，我们对他一无所知，谁被控制，什么时候控制，控制时长等信息都不得而知。他一旦知道陆光没事，很有可能会再来行凶。
I mean, it seems to imply a hoodie kid
对我们非常不利。
jumps into photos the same way
所以我
Shang
向上
Min
头提
did.
醒，
Shang does, but
医护病房，封锁消息，
that's not what's implied by the conversation as per my notes.
并且这里是刚建完的新楼，还未正式使用，所以也不会有其他病患或医护人员走动。这栋楼部署了很多智能摄像头，在手机上安装院方的内部程序，就能看到监控画面。
I don't know. I
我要
kind
了
of
几个账号，现在发给
would it
你
be better to have people here or
监控里面
not?
有异常，我们尽快做出应对。除此以外，还得谢谢乔玲，推荐了一个熟悉的陌生人，代替陆光做了入院登记。
熟悉的陌生人，
为了提防犯人可能是熟人作案，所以必须找一个靠得住但又跟我们交集不多的人。所以我拜托斯文师傅找来了他的岳父。
啊？
欧阳不败，肠道破裂手术，谁是家属啊？
我们就是。
我来跟你们讲一下术后恢复的几个注意点。哎呀，这个是你们儿子
I
啊？
mean, I'm surprised that guy's not dead.
是我爸。
啊
As
你
old
爸
as
虽
he'd
然头发
be.
都白光了，但这脸上看上去怎么比你们年轻那么多啊？平时是怎么保养的？
他呀，他平时就。
So why would we be surprised that an old man has white hair?
所以说生命在于运动嘛。
但他的骨子里的确像个老头子。
闭嘴！
真是辛苦你们了，肖队、陈警官，谢谢。其实，在和被操控的乔玲的对峙中，我也隐约从他的话里
Okay, well,
找到了两个
we're
细
just
节，
adding scenes that didn't
可
exist
能
the
和他
first
的
time
能力会
around.
有关联。
不要！
你的能力也和照片有关吧？之前明明可以瞬间移动，但现在只能跑过来。
我当时清楚的记得， 他说的是也和照片有关。人
That's
有
what I
时候
said.
会对自己同样的经历脱口而出，使用“也”这个字。如果是这样，那他的能力可能就和我们有一个最大的相似点：用照片发动。第二个细节
But then why would he be
是有些让我
stealing?
摸不着头脑。
看来猜对了，有趣的能力，好想夺过来亲自
Take it from
体验
yeah.
一下呢。
他亲口说了夺过来。
Do I have to write notes anymore, or the show just gonna do the notes for me?
我们的能力是可以被抢走的。陆光，你知道这是怎么回事吗？
我也不太清楚。
不管怎么样，既然可能会和照片有关，我就第一时间把网上我们之前发布的所有和照相馆相关的信息和照片全部删除了。还好我和陆光都没有在网
I
上
don't think
发
that's how
布
the
别人照片的
internet
习惯
works.
特别是陆光，他原本就连社交账号都没有，真正的网络透明人。
幸亏趁早把你逼我拍的那些见不得人的照片给删了。
但是，他为什么可以操控我？
I was gonna say, what's the connective tissue between everybody that's been
有一个和
possessed
他
so
交集比
far?
较多，且一定会留下破绽的人。要锁定操控能力犯，目前只能靠刘民留下的线索了。陈斌，把刘民的手机拿过来。从之前刘民的话里推断，他们应该非常熟悉。通讯软件的聊天记录我们已经筛查过一遍，没有找到直接证据。但是，陆光，你不是能洞察照片里的内容吗？
哦，我可以试试。
And right about here is where
刘民的手机
Shin backs out.
同时破解了密码。
Right there,
看
eye
看是不是
color.
通过他最近的照片，找到协助孙。
Yeah, look at the difference between brown and red at
你
distance
刚
be
手术
hard.
完，别太勉强。
是啊，不要逞能。
I was listening for a door opening sound,
这不是
and the
陈警
door's
官的
already
手机吗
open.
陈斌，糟了！
肖队，我跟你一起去。
Nope, turn around because we don't know if Lou's gonna be safe with Juan. I mean Zhao.
我还是陪着你和陆光吧。
Meanwhile, Chen's running to the roof while the captain is running downstairs to the cars.
喂，肖队，找到陈警官没有？
没啊，不知道去哪儿了。他今天接你回来的时候有什么异常吗？
哎，对了，我还给你临时买了件新衣服。那个情况，他们有跟你同步吗？
I mean, there's a box in there that we haven't seen before.
帮我借一下。
Clearly
今
the
天可能回不去
phone
了
to be exchanged. No, it can't be. It had a...
有空了就带我
No.
个儿。
Yes, it would
老
be.
婆大人，
如果是这样，那他的能力可能就和我们有一个最大的相似点：用照片发动。难道他被犯人操控了？
这张照片怎么没了？是不是陈斌？
Again, the element is though you could take a picture in the past and a you from the future,
那应该走大楼通道出
not a
去。
you from the future,
但现在人也
future
消失了
red eyes could do anything.
瞧你爹猴急的样子，那就换这张好了。
That's what I said. In episode 1, you can see this much of his mouth. He's like he doesn't mean to be jumping.
马上就能跟你爸爸见面了。
Great. We've got a new Emma on our hands. We gotta save Chenbin. We've gotta save Emma.
陈斌，陈斌，陈斌！
喂，肖队，找到陈斌了。喂，喂，
用手机看一下监控。
好，我们分头找。
这是陈警官坠楼了。
妈，当时也是。
It is just like Emma.
什么？我去拦住他。
整栋楼只有1层2个出口，去那里堵他。
好，
我跟你一起去。
不，乔玲，你在这里待着。
Yeah, that'll teach you. Knock you out.
程小石，你一直在想方设法保护我，我很感激，但我更需要的是你的信任。
I mean, there's also the element you've been taken over at least once.
你和乔玲姐正好可以赌两头。
但你一个人，
你们一走，我就会把病房门反锁。快去，别让这个混蛋跑了。
Yeah, I mean, being ambulatory this close to a surgery is fucking close to impossible. You guys should help him to the door and then leave, and let he can lock the door from there.
我刚看监控，顶楼的
That's somebody wearing a different pair of
在6楼
pants.
换乘。你们往前右拐，应该有逃生通道。顺着逃生通道可以直达1层，应该会比他快。
好。
糟了，跟丢了。
God, this show turned real action real quick.
看来只能。
I guess it's active video, so we can actively just do it. Okay, that's our Hawaiian shirt guy, which means Quan is here too. Okay, I mean, didn't need to confirm it with a full body of him. Flip-flops and rolled up pants was enough for me. Yeah, my problem here is I don't think this guy's gonna have a problem assaulting a girl.
把刘明的手机交出来。
Yeah, that asshole move. We are the police is probably gonna be the problem.
都怪俺不好，是俺的错。白妈了，看到会被杀掉的，会死，会死。
Red eyes? No, okay. She trained with C1 too. Thought I was onto something for a second. I mean, we're doing similar shit against Red Eye. I'm glad I live in the era where anime animates every fight move, rather than Dragon Ball Z era. I think is that this guy can run away. I don't understand why he's staying here to fight. I guess he's staying here to fight so he doesn't get reprimanded for letting these two go or having seen him or whatever. I thought she was gonna hit him in the balls. Although, is she wearing a jacket with her own name on it?
刘明的手机找到了没？
不在他身上。
会不会还在陈警官那儿？等增援到了，看你还笑得出来！
增援已经到了。
Red Eyes or the actual cops? Who the fuck are these people? No, just random people working for Juan, I guess.
女的留给俺。
程小时，那边情况怎么样？
And he's bleeding again. Okay, so Hoodie Guy is Red Eyes, or somebody being controlled by Red Eyes. I assume the coughing noise coming from down the hall would have been Quan. My worry was, since we only saw the guy's legs, the people running in, the people who clubbed the captain over the back of the head, was that there was a bunch of dirty cops working for the captain. Not the captain, sorry, Quan. Quan is a captain. I'm trying to refer them as two different things. That there would have been a bunch of dirty cops working for Quan. So, when they kept saying, like, reinforcements have arrived, or wait till the cops get here, that the thing was that they were going to pull the move of the cops who arrived being not on their side. Because the element that one of them is a dirty cop, it just implies that a bunch of them could turn out to be that way, and that it's always going to be a twisted move that we're not going to know. But again, I guess this is all just a big old distraction, right? Because the element at play is that why wouldn't he run away, right? If not for the fact that we need you here so that Lou will be by himself, because obviously the thing is that we're not showing things happening at the same time that they're happening. The element that it did not take, I don't think, the entire runtime of that fight for Lou to get to the door to lock it. So more than likely, the moment that they ran, got to, first hallway, Hoodie Guy shows up. And that's happening probably concurrently with the fight. What I said is probably the best thing that should have happened, was that they essentially carried Lou to the door, put the chair down in front of it, so that he could close it immediately when they left and lock it right then. That way, the Hoodie Guy never would have had a chance to be there, right? He would have had to sneak up on two people actively protecting the door as Lou locked it. So, what I said before all of this played out was the right thing to do. I'm still worried that they put a bomb in the girlfriend's house, right? Because it just really feels like we're keep panning back to objects. We went back, and I don't feel like it was just the emotional punch of, oh, your daddy's going to see you soon. Oh, no, he's dead already. But also that meant they panned back to, well, maybe they were doing that then. Maybe they did that, and then they panned back to the bag with the rabbit in it to emphasize that again. Although the first time they looked into the bag, there was a box sort of thing in there, and I don't remember it being in there when Shang looked in there. Could be. Again, this is going to be a second watch thing, so that I can pick it back up. If there was, that could imply still bombs, but I don't think that they would put a bomb in there if Hoodie Guy's intent was to go there. I also don't even really know why I keep focusing on bombs. Bombs might not even be a thing. Again, more so the framing of that shot with the building in the background of him on the phone You could just see a new like Bruce Willis movie, talking on the phone, kaboom in the background, or even Breaking Bad, the end of the first season when Heisenberg walks out of the building and giant explosion. I don't know. A lot of stuff at play. A lot of stuff at play, and at least I appreciate, or I don't know if I even appreciate it, the fact that the question, one of the direct lines of questioning that I brought up, they brought up in the episode itself. Like, oh, you use pictures too. Why did he say that? I'm gonna take your ability. Why did he say that? And also, I should mention that we got Rogue Knight, sponsor of this watch through, in the chat, who said, I'm down for that. Let's do it. Save everyone. Except for the fact that Lou is our preventer of saving everyone. We're not going to save everyone, because Lou is still around. That said, though, I said I would do a thing, and I forgot or didn't record it last time, so going to try and do it this time. We do have some bonus stuff for Link Click. Last time we did watch the first bit of it before, but it was unrecorded for some reason. I think I was just like saving time while I was doing another thing for Link Click, ironically. So let's go ahead and get one of these down, at least on a recording. And I assume this is just for the animation studio, yeah, or the broadcaster. That's probably the animation studio. Or one of those.
来，准备录制 OP。哎，常小时，你不是要领我？你
Okay, I
认
very
吗？
specifically remembered the first time being concerned by the fact it didn't have any
好了，准备。
didn't have any subtitles, but I think it fixes that after a minute.
程小时，程小时，
老板里面请。
原来在家。什么这么好看？
Both home and
连
work.
消息都不回。这些视频都是病毒营销，专洗你们这些笨蛋的脑子。
切，这些小把戏不用你说我也懂，都是坑傻子的老套路了。
Or if everybody in China knows Alabama for some reason. Oh, Susanna, by the way, name of the song. I remember the first time around I couldn't remember the name. Or if it's not the name of the song, it's the first lyric of the song. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry with me. I would be more annoyed by the person who hums a song in their sleep, because it means that subconsciously they're annoying.
陆光，昨晚干嘛了吗？怎么看上去好累啊？
还不都是因为这个二货，这哥哼哼唧唧唱了好几天了。
唉，看来还是中招了。这些洗脑歌就是专门为他这种神经大条的人而设计的，还真是屡试不爽啊！
哎，你俩嘀嘀咕咕说什么呢？都开锅了，赶紧来吃啊！
Yeah, they are boiling the bread. Wet bread. Richard's like can't sit calm.
乔玲姐，你也。
The thing is, Oh Susanna is a song from like 60s or 70s
later.
or even earlier than that. Like, I don't know. It's like American Old West music that gets taught to American children. So having it stuck in your head as a teenager, I just can't imagine.
终于算不唱了。
I suspect teenagers. These are probably 20-year-olds, right? I mean, I would also argue that Lou is worse at humming it than everybody else has been.
司机比不没完没了啊！
Look, here's the thing. I don't like this song. I've said that before. I do not like this ending credit song from season 1. At the same time, it's addictive, right? I would not listen to this on my own, but at the same time, I understand why people would go out of their way to listen to it. I think it's the beat, mostly. It's just the... It just sticks with you. No, Rogue Knight, who's in the chat saying you can never not stop thinking about it. I can. I literally just said I would never go out of my way to listen to it. It's just while you're hearing it, though. It's the beat. It's also the element that there's two elements to this short. There's this and the thing after it, unless you count this chibi version of the ending credits as a third short bit. I mean, to be fair, if I had to imagine one of them as a dog and one of them as a cat, it's probably the way I would imagine it. And I don't know anything about Zhao enough to, like, say she's a rabbit. Although, I guess to be fair, this Lou could be a fox and not a cat. Alright, well, that is it for that one. And sorry, I shouldn't have opened it up. Technically, since this is actually episode 2, and we forgot to do one last time, we should do the second one here as well, to catch us up. That way we can just, add one episode of these to everything afterwards, the same way that we've done with Mau Mau's notes in Apothecary Diaries. Yeah, not really like Mau Mau's notes, although Mau Mau's notes don't really actually explain anything either. They just tell you like real life facts about a thing in the episode. Be Dream.
点个外卖都快1个小时了，还没选好吗？
你懂什么？有些店家照片拍的好看，食物不一定好吃，要仔细翻翻评价。
The food in advertisements are not food.
评论里都是托，你也很难辨别那些好评的真假。
嗨，这不行那不行，你能看明白，那你来点好吧。
I would be pissed. I've been waiting for you to order food for an hour,
对
and then
你只要发动能力， 看到这些照片中顾客用餐后的反应，不就能知道好不好吃了吗？你快试试，你快试试嘛！哎。
I guess it could be mukbang and not like normal advertisement, in which case you are actually watching people eat food that they actually have eaten.
这俩人呢？
Actually went to the restaurant? Or is it going to be they starved to death?
程小石，陆光，
小李
Starved to death.
别让陆光再选了，再选就要饿死。
So why did you switch places on the couch? Lou was on the right and you were on the left before.
Later.
Okay, SpongeBob.
我本想着他用超能力点外卖能一步到位，没想到挑挑拣拣了整整1天也没点上。为什么就我又挨饿又挨揍？
陆光，这么长时间就没找到一家外卖能让食客满意的吗？
看了好多人吃外卖时的反应。
Oh, yeah. People live depressive lives.
可惜，始终没有发现品尝到幸福的表情。
哎呀，还是我来吧。现在点些夜宵还来得及。烧烤太上火了。
I mean, you could just go to a convenience store, pick up some cold food and microwave it.
海鲜的话呢，之前报道说龟都
Swear I've
质
seen
量
a
排超
microwave
标，
at their
别挖
place
掘
in the background
晚
before.
上吃甜的也不合适。要不喝粥？这喝粥估计你们俩大老爷们后半夜得饿醒。
Yeah, back in the loop. Although I guess to be fair though, they were already starving. So I'm guessing that the style of shorts is essentially we get the minute of opening animation bits before we actually get to the short. We get the short, and then we get the chibi version of the ending. And then after this, I'm anticipating we're gonna get an extra added segment. I mean, I'm gonna be disappointed if we get cat, dog, bunny thing again. I mean, that seems to be the way it's gonna go. Just to anticipate next week. And also, you know, also seems to be completely unrelated to the events of the show. Not that it would matter much, because I think these are all supposed to be additive to season 1. So, you know, if we were trying to figure out season 2 mystery and getting season 1 shorts, it wouldn't do anything for us. When I said disappointed, I meant disappointed if we get the same one again. I mean, I guess this just goes along with literally what we just saw. Is that powdered milk? Or is that an opened container where you pull the thing on the edge? I mean, we literally just covered that Lou was a picky eater. And I guess not for nothing, but for episode 1 of season 2, when Chang thinks that Lou has died and he's eating the fast food, he's just thinking about all the times that Lou has gotten on him back at the photo studio, right? And a bunch of that is how Chang handles the food. So, conceivably, that is the source of this. Well, technically, again, these are season 1 shorts. I don't know if there are any season 2 shorts. Conceivably, those, I guess, the thing that we see in season 2 would come from this. Because I don't remember it being established in, well, no, maybe it was. There was the whole restaurant thing, but I don't think they even covered it in the restaurant ladies episode that Lou said anything about food. Other than, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just glossing over a thing. I don't exactly remember. Oh, anyway, that said, though, that was the 2 shorts to catch us back up on the shorts from season 1. Hopefully I remember to, because I have them. We do a short at the end of every episode now to catch us back up. Otherwise, I think that's it for this episode. So, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?